Everyone, the holy city that God promised. New Jerusalem, for whom? You can't just vaguely say, it must be heaven. The Bible clearly says that only those who meet the conditions will enter. To whom did God give the promise? If you look at the Bible, God always works through God's chosen people. That is, the chosen people. When they follow God's will, there are blessings. But if they apostatize and leave God, judgment comes. And after that, God will definitely create a new people again. This is the entire flow of the Bible. 1 Revelation chapter 6 Apostasy and destruction of the old chosen people. Now, if you look at Revelation chapter 6, the chosen people who were initially chosen, eventually turn away from God's will and apostatize. What happens as a result? The sun turns black, the moon turns to blood, the stars fall to the ground. The scene of the sky departing and the mountains and islands moving appears. What this means is, God's protection and presence departing. In other words, it refers to the end of the heavenly tabernacle church. That is, the first chosen people. 2 Revelation chapter 7 Creation of the new chosen people. 144,000 in the white multitude. But God does not end with judgment. He prepares a new beginning, a new people. First, the 144,000 who are sealed. These are not just people who are religiously diligent, but those who have received the word of God, the seal, on their foreheads. They are those who are born again, reborn through the word. And then another group, the white multitude, appears. These people are not people who were just moved and came to church, but those who have seen, heard, believed, and washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb, making them white. Those who followed the evidence of the 144,000. Those who responded to the fulfillment of the word. In fact, this structure appears in the Old Testament. After the Exodus, in the wilderness, the generation that was destroyed because of their unbelief could not enter the land of Canaan. However, the new generation that followed to the end with faith and obedience entered the promised land, just like that picture. Now, if we look at Revelation chapter 21, the place prepared by God for himself to dwell, the holy city, New Jerusalem, appears. But this is not just a city in heaven. It is a community of people who will live with God. That is, the real church newly created by the Word. A place where there is no tears, no death, no pain. Who can enter? What is more important than the appearances who lives inside? There is only one qualification to enter. The people created according to the Word. In other words, the 144,000 and the white multitude from Revelation chapter 7. Because God's throne is before them, they serve him day and night. And the Lamb himself becomes their shepherd, and leads them to the fountain of the water of life. Rev. 715-17. So, what does this have to do with me? This is the really important point. The Bible is not just a religious story. It is God's plan and promise for our past, present, and future. So, we must ask ourselves these questions. Where do I belong now? Do I see, hear, and believe the reality of the fulfillment of the prophecies of the book of Revelation? Have I washed my clothes in the blood of the Lamb and become clean? Do I have the seal of God engraved on my forehead? Everyone, the holy city, New Jerusalem, is not a place that just anyone can enter. It is not a city that just falls from the sky, but only those who have been newly created according to the Word. And that community can enter. At this moment, are you ready to hear the Word of God, confirm the reality of the fulfilled revelation, and enter into it? I sincerely hope that this video today becomes an opportunity for you to get closer to God.